Hello, everyone. Good morning. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to turn the volume up to make sure you guys can hear me good. Good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday. Today is Sunday, September 22nd, 2024. It is 10:26 a.m. To be honest, I woke up early in the morning, then I went back to sleep. So I woke up probably about an hour ago. Just wanted to come live, start the day off with the live. It's sunny, but not quite sunny. Look at the clouds. Look at those clouds. I don't even know what you call those kind of clouds, but look at it. Look at nature. Look at the beauty of nature. If nature calls that. Because sometimes human stuff calls the sky to look a certain way. So if you guys are really good with skies, let me know what those kind of clouds are. The clouds don't remind me of it, but just the idea of seeing clouds in the sky reminds me of the movie by Jordan Peele. Why I can't remember the movie? Nope. The movie Nope by Jordan Peele. It was a good movie. It wasn't my favorite Jordan Peele movie. My favorite Jordan Peele movie is Get Out. Then Us, I think, and then Nope. Anyways, I wanted to talk about Jennifer Soto again. By the way, I hope all is well with everyone. Please always feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and like this live. So yeah, I finished watching the video interrogation or interview of Jennifer Soto. It's from March 1st. It's the same day that they found Madeline Soto's body. So I'm gonna always try to give you guys a quick background on who Jennifer Soto is. Jennifer Soto was the mother of Madeline Soto. Madeline Soto was a 13-year-old girl that was killed by Jennifer Soto's ex-boyfriend. His name is Stephen Stearns. He is currently in prison. No, he's currently in jail awaiting trial. So basically on February 26th, Stephen Stearns was supposed to bring Madeline Soto to school, but he did not. He pretended like he did. And it comes to find out that so he pretended he did. Jennifer Soto came to school. She didn't see her daughter, so she called the police. And so the investigation started. So the police checked Stephen Stern's phone, and they found graphic images of him sexually abusing Madeline Soto, and just graphic images and photos on his phone and videos. So Stephen Stearns was arrested 2 days later. So on February 28th, 2024, Stephen Stearns was arrested on child sexual abuse charges, right? Then they're still looking for the body. They're interviewing Jennifer Soto to try to figure out where else could she be. The detectives are very stern. Like, we have families that we are missing out on because we're trying to find your daughter. And at this point, the detectives, I feel that Jennifer Soto knows something about Madeline Soto, whether he knew where her body is or she knew something about the plan. And the detectives are giving the vibe that they just don't trust Jennifer Soto. They don't believe her. So Jennifer's like, I don't know where, he would put the body. And they're like, well, tell us places where you think he would go to. And then she's naming a few places, blah, 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 blah. So this is on March 1st, the video interview. So the interview, was done. So basically, around the same time that Jennifer Soto is in an interview with the detectives, they were also having a press conference. And I got a lot of my information from Grizzly True Crime. Check out Grizzly True Crime. I'm going to link the video that I'm talking about in this description, but it's a Grizzly True Crime. Her name is Gizla K. I love her video. She talks a lot about Madeline Soto, Jennifer Soto, and Stephen Stearns. She's doing great coverage. So yeah, so while the interview was going on, with Jennifer Soto, they're on their way, they're doing a press conference. And so the press conference is asking the public to please, basically, like, I need to watch the press conference. I have yet to see the press conference. After this live, I'm going to watch the press conference. So at the press conference on March 1st, I guess they're like, hey, we're looking for Madeline Soto. If you've seen her or you've seen Stephen Stearns or anything, any information about this crime, it's a homicide at this point, let us know. So apparently a viewer, which I'm so thankful that the viewer saw, y'all. Shout out to good witnesses. So the witness called in, I guess, and was like, hey, yeah, I did see Stephen Stearns, and he was changing a flat tire by this area, right? Because, again, Madeline Soto was killed on February 26th, and they couldn't find her body, okay? So on March 1st, the witness said that they saw Stephen Stearns changing a tire or whatever. So the detectives and stuff used that information to go to the site, to go to that area, and they looked around, and yep, they found Madeline Soto's body. I guess she was face down. She was partially decomposing because she was there for days. Yeah, she was there for days. She was probably there for like 3-4 days, I believe. Just there. Stephen Stearns left her out in the open, just there to get eaten by animals or anything, just to naturally decompose. So then they added the I think that's the point, that they added the murder charges to his other crimes, right? So so yeah, at this same time, Jennifer Soto is still interviewing with the police. And she's all like, I don't know anything, I don't know. And I just don't buy her acts. Like Gizela believes, I believe that Jennifer Soto, all her interviews, she has been putting on an act. She's trying to somehow seem like she's a caring parent, but she's so dead inside. It looks like the drugs she's on and stuff like that, and just her mental health is so poor that she can't even be a true caring parent, that their child just died. Some people in the comments of Gizela K or Grizzly True Crimes chat are saying that maybe she's in shock, and she doesn't know how to act. But I don't know. I don't care what shotness or what drug. At some point, you guys just have to watch the interviews, because it's not like, I don't think people are trying to come down hard on Jennifer. Like most people want to be sympathetic to a mother, especially a mom that their child is no longer here, right? But if it looks like you were involved in your child being, hurt, if it looks like you're withholding information, it's hard to be sympathetic with you. When you were basically protecting the abuser, the murderer, it's hard to sympathize with a mother like that. It's like you almost feel weird going against a mom that, you almost feel weird going against a mother, because like I said, traditionally people are supportive mothers, I think people understand the importance of a mother in a child's life, right? But Jennifer Soto just was not a respectable mom. She was negligent. And you can see that even in the interview, she can admit, like, hey, I was selfish when I let her. Oh, by the way, Jennifer Soto used to let her boyfriend, Stephen Stearns, sleep in the same bed with her daughter, Madeline Soto. Madeline was only 13 when she was murdered. Stephen Stearns was, I don't know if he's 40 yet or in his 30s. I don't know. He's a grown man. It doesn't matter the age. He's a grown man. And Jennifer Soto thought it was normal or comfortable to have Stephen sleep in the bed with her daughter. She claimed she was uncomfortable with that, in the beginning, and then she just still allowed the behavior despite her being uncomfortable. So that's one reason. That's one of the reasons why people don't believe Jennifer. We feel like she had something to do with her daughter's murder, and we feel like she needs to be held accountable for her daughter's murder and sexual abuse. Jennifer wants us to believe that she knew nothing about it. She wants us to believe that she was oblivious. She wants us to believe that Stephen was a predator on his own and she didn't assist him in any way, or she didn't coddle him in any way. So Jennifer may not have literally killed her daughter. She may not have told Stefan to do it or whatever, but because she assisted him actively or inactively. I mean, I don't know, passively or not passively. Like she assisted him in to get him into the position that he was in to even kill her. She allowed Stefan into her life, and she didn't know much about him. Like it was a fast romance. I guess they were friends in the beginning, and then they went straight into hookup mode. But the biggest wrong that Jennifer did was she she allowed Stefan to have too much access to her daughter, you know, way too much. And it just doesn't seem like she was talking to Madeline about safe touch. Like every parent needs to talk to their child about predators. Like, hey, make sure you keep your body private. Don't let anybody see your body. You get to change your clothes, and you get to use the bathroom on your own. You don't need any help. You can take your bath on your own. You don't need any help. And to know what's safe touch, what not safe touch is. No one should be touching you anywhere on your body. You know, you can give people handshakes, high fives, but your private areas are yours. And if anybody ever touch you in that way, you know, you let mom and dad know. It's more details that you can go into, but you got to let your children know that there are people sometimes who will try to take advantage of you, and you have to be protective of yourself. And always tell mom and dad, don't keep any secrets. Like, I feel like that's a normal talk that you should have with your child. You can go into detail however you want to, but make sure it's kid friendly and they can understand, and make sure that you're not using words that the kid, you know, that the child can't understand. Like, try to break it down for them. But it just looks like Jennifer had Stefan around her daughter without any type of like stranger danger talk or any, you know, sexual abusers talk with her. Body safety. Like, hey, you know, Stefan ever, like, it just looks like Jennifer never said to Madeline, like, hey, baby, if Stefan ever makes you feel uncomfortable, or if he's touching you or anything, if he's doing anything you don't like, you know, you let mom know. And always feel comfortable telling someone that you're not comfortable with something. Use your words. And if you're, you know, if you need more help, talk to mom or dad. Or talk to someone you can trust. You know what I'm saying? Children need to know that they have a safe person that they can tell things to. It's very important. Anyway, so if Jennifer Soto would have talked to Madeline about predators and stuff like that, you know, she could be here, but at the same time, Jennifer should have never allowed Stefan to be alone with her daughter. One time, sleeping in the same bed. Like, it just crossed way too many boundaries. Like, when you are moving on from your child's father, like, you really have to be careful about the next person that comes in your child's life. It's really important. You know, I'm sure there's some, I've heard, and I'm sure there's some good stepfathers out there, but there are some stepfathers or boyfriends of moms that don't have good intentions in mind. There are predators out there who prey on single moms. And Jennifer Soto has some type of mental illness, and she was on so many like medications. So Jennifer Soto was like the perfect mother for a predator, child sexual predator. Excuse me, guys, my throat. So Stefan Stearns had easy access to Madeline Soto. Like, he had unlimited. They found so many photos. The police found so many like inappropriate photos and videos on his phone of him abusing Madeline. It was crazy. And they were saying it looks like a lot of it happened when they were home and Jennifer was home, because Jennifer was home a lot. So all the evidence and information just doesn't make sense. It just seems like a mom that just really didn't care. But she claimed that she was aware of sexual abusers, and she was uncomfortable with situations, she still kept going on. But women, every parent out there, let's learn from our mistakes, and let's learn from the mistakes of others. If something doesn't feel right, don't keep going. Listen to your intuition, listen to your gut, listen to the inner voice that's saying, hey, I don't think this is right. Stop second guessing feelings that can really save a life, or save your sanity, save your safety. You know what I'm saying? So Jennifer Soto should have listened to her gut when she said she's so-called had a bad feeling about Stefan, or she didn't like the idea of him sleeping in the bed with her daughter, but she still proceeded. In addition, she said that her own mother told her don't trust any man, but she still trusted Stefan. She basically just coddled Stefan. Like in an interview, you can hear her talking about him like it's her son or something, or just a friend or a lover. Like, yeah, and this is what he does, and he likes to play cards, and she just talks about him like she knows everything about him. And just when she talks about Madeline, it's more like negative things, you know. And I mean, they did say that they didn't get along, and it's really sad when a mother and a daughter does not get along. It's really heartbreaking, and I feel for Madeline. That's not something she wanted. She was just a child. She wanted to be cool with her mom and have a great relationship, and feel like she can talk to her mom, but obviously Madeline didn't feel like she could talk to her mom. Look at how protective her mother was about Stefan on the interviews. You can imagine what it was in the household. Like, Stefan was treated like royalty, it seems like. He had full access to the best gold that Jennifer had was her daughter. Stefan was a pirate robbing the ship of Jennifer Soto. I don't know, making some type of comparison about just how this thief came in and just destroyed a child's life. And so we are not sure why Stefan exactly killed Madeline, but the vibe is that maybe she was pregnant and he wanted to not have to deal with that, the consequences of that, because if she was pregnant, she would have to get a paternity test on who the father is, because she was only 13 years old, so it was going to come back as him. So he wanted to hide evidence basically by killing Madeline. And another theory is there another theory? Oh yeah, another theory is that Stefan was jealous that Madeline started to have crushes on boys, so he wants to eliminate Madeline, because it's like, if I can't have you, no one can. So those are two theories that I hear that's out there. And when they were interviewing Stefan Stearns in the early beginning of the case, when Madeline went missing, he was trying to come off as this like caring stepdad, or that really cared about her. Like, and I blame myself, and this. He lied through the whole thing. It's like he told lies, and then those people like Stefan Stearns are dangerous. Like, he never admitted to anything wrong. He was just like, yeah, I dropped her off at school, and she told me she loved me, and I love her, and that was it. He left out the information that they left their phone. He deliberately left Madeline's phone at the home, because it's believed that Madeline was killed in the home before she even made it into his car. So basically, between, I don't know, maybe midnight and 6 a.m., Stefan Stearns killed Madeline Soto. And the autopsy came back and said that she was killed by strangulation. So it looks like that's how he killed her. And it's possible that he drugged her, because she was always on medication. And from the evidence, it appears that Madeline was asleep for most of the sexual assault in those pictures they found. So it looks like they always had her on some strong type of sleeping aid or drugs, or for her so-called mental health issues, or her mental health issues. I don't know if it was she diagnosed? Okay, yes, I think, yeah. So she was diagnosed, I believe, with ADHD. So she was on medication for that, and some other stuff that she had going on. She was on a lot of meds, so she would sleep heavy. But Jennifer Soto in the video just appeared that she was She wants to appear that she was oblivious to the abuse, she was innocent, and she was tricked by Stefan, and she had nothing to do with it. And she had good intentions. She is behaving as if like she had no clue, you know. And some people, there's a few people who believe maybe she really didn't know because she was groomed by Stefan. Madeline was groomed by Stefan, and Jennifer was groomed by Stefan. But Jennifer had the added role of being a parent, though. Your responsibility is your daughter, so you have to take accountability for that. You know, you were supposed to protect your daughter, and it's on you. Like, yeah, Stefan is wrong for what he did. But like I probably always have, like I have probably said in the past, like Jennifer opened the door to the predator. You know, a predator is going to do what they're going to do. They're going to act on every opportunity, and it's up to us as moms and parents to protect our children. Our children are innocent. You can talk to them about safety and body safety and stranger danger, but you got to also make sure you're not putting them in a vulnerable situation where it will be hard for them to talk to you. You know, if something was happening, you got to have a very open relationship with your children. We don't want our children to be abuse survivors. You know, as parents, we can only do our best, but like I said before, we have to do the least amount of harm. Like, let's heal our generational curses. Let's heal our traumas and stuff like that, so we're not hurting our children and putting our children in bad situations. Make sure you're thinking clearly. You know, when you're responsible for another human, their safety is your priority. So we understand that Jennifer Soto is human, but as mothers, you have a big job, and you can't sleep on the job. And it just seems like Jennifer Soto was asleep on the job. She was always asleep. She was always on medication. She was always tired. She was always just too tired to parent. And it's just not, that's a recipe for disaster in a household with a child. You know what I'm saying? An absent mom is not good for a child. An absent dad either. Like, children need present parents that care about them, that are not abusing them, that are looking out for their mental health, their physical health, everything, you know. As a parent, our jobs are so big, and it's a lot. That's why people always say that parenting is hard. But you have to do what you have to do, okay, to offer the best that your child needs, you know. So that's why it's just so hard to feel sorry or feel for Jennifer Soto's, because she failed the biggest job. Like, I mean, there are people who have mental health issues and they're still able to watch out for their children. They're still able to prioritize their child's safety. So it's just clear that Jennifer Soto should not have been dating, because she was mentally not stable enough to date. She could barely manage her daughter. She wasn't present enough in her own daughter's life, so she didn't have the time and space for a man. And if she would have prioritized her mental health and regulated her medications, things would have been better today, you know. Anyway, the trial is supposed to start in October. I'm curious to see if they'll let cameras into the trial. I don't know how they do things like this. I don't think they allow cameras in child cases like this. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think certain things are not made public. But anyway, I'm wondering if he is going to finally admit to what he did. But he's just like a pathological liar. Stephen Stearns is a pathological liar, and it doesn't look like he wants to tell the truth at all. Even with the evidence, like with the evidence in his face, If he can still say not guilty, but we don't even need to know the verdict to know if Stephen Stearns is guilty or not. The evidence is clear. We don't even need to hear from him. The evidence speaks for itself. Yeah, but like, Jennifer Soto was Madeline Soto's biggest enemy. And that's why I put in my live title with the moms like Jennifer Soto who needs enemies. Like, Jennifer Soto was supposed to be her daughter, Madeline Soto's #1 protector. Like, your mom is supposed to be your first friend, not your first enemy. So it was just all messed up in that household, and I wish Madeline didn't have to go through that. And it's just sad how her life ended, how it started, how it was going, and how it ended. It's very unfortunate, and we have to use stories like these to help us learn and continue to know how important children are to us, and don't get caught slipping. A predator is waiting for you to be lax on your parenting. So if you're a parent, please look out for your children. As moms, as fathers, we have to heal from our child traumas so we can keep her walking by, y'all. So I'm trying to block them. We just have to heal so we won't put the burden on our children. Let's just try every day to do better than we did yesterday. And if you mess up, don't be too hard on yourself. Just keep trying. And as parents, we have to ask for forgiveness. We have to show that we are learning and growing. And just don't be afraid to tell your child that you apologize for your behavior. Parents have to humble themselves. To be a healthy parent, you have to humble yourself. And you have to not forget that you were once children. Sorry about that, guys. Some people walked by and I didn't want to show them. We just have to humanize ourselves with children. When you put your child on a whole nother level, like, they don't deserve respect. It's just off balance, and that relationship is not going to be fair. Somebody's going to suffer. When a relationship is not mutual, it's not balanced, it's one-sided, one that has way more power than the other, it's just a recipe for disaster. But I hope everyone is doing well on this Sunday. I'm probably going to stay on for like maybe 2 more minutes. But today is Sunday, September 22, 2024. It is 10:54 p.m. 10:54 a.m., not p.m. But it's just a shame with the whole Jennifer Soto situation. Like, just watching that video of a mom who just doesn't seem like she cared about her daughter is just so sad. So if you get a chance, like I said, to watch the Jennifer Soto interviews on video, it's on Grizzly True Crimes channel. And I also will post the link in my description. But just to see a mother that doesn't seem truly like they cared about their daughter. Like, Jennifer Soto did cry, but it was like an awkward cry. And in my opinion, it just looked like she wasn't crying for her daughter. It was like she was crying for something else. It wasn't like true sorrow and regret. And it was weird. Jennifer Soto's reaction to her daughter being dead and abused is really weird. And that's why people just feel like she has something to do with it. I rarely see supporting comments about Jennifer Soto. Most people are like mortified that a mother was behaving like that. You know? She's like a disgrace, you know what I'm saying? I hope she chooses not to have any more children, and I hope she learns from this. experience. Just heal, girl. Just heal. Because you don't get a second chance with your daughter anymore. Your daughter is not here. I think people treat people, or I think some parents treat their children like they'll always have a second chance with their child, or they'll have so many unlimited chances. A child can give up giving you chances if you let them down so many times. When you keep disappointing your child, when you keep not prioritizing your child, you know. Anyway, that's this story just really, it's it reminds me of my childhood. So I was, I can definitely relate to Madeline Soto. And as a mother, we just have to do our best to protect our babies. They should be our number one priority. If your mental health is not in the place of dating, you really should not date. You need to heal. If you're a parent and you're trying to date, you need to make sure that you are healed and you're going to protect your child no matter what. You're not going to be lax. You're not going to say, oh, he seems cool. Oh, I trust him. You should not have your child sleeping in the same bed with your boyfriend, your husband. I mean, at a certain age, a child shouldn't even really be in a bed with their biological parent, but it's up to the child's discretion to say, hey, I want to sleep with you, and they can voice it and they understand. But children can't consent to a lot of things that adults put into their life, Madeline tried to survive that horrible life she lived, but Stefan took things into his own hands and took her out of this life. You know, it, anyway, just watch your children, guys. It's a horrible thing to be a survivor of childhood abuse, If Madeline was lived through this, she would have to have gotten a lot of therapy, to get her through it. But she's not here to do that because Stephen Stearns took her out of this life. All right, somebody was walking by. But yeah, Madeline didn't live to tell her story. Stephen Stearns wanted to tell her story, and that's why he created all those lies about what happened that day that he murdered her. He didn't want Madeline to live to tell her story. He wanted to continue to silence her. She started to have a voice, and he didn't want her to speak. He just wanted her to be his whatever. He just wanted to use her, and she wasn't having it. Or, either way, he was wrong. Whatever his true reason for why he took her out, he was wrong. So I think he felt entitled to Madeline. I think Jennifer Soto made Stephen feel like he was entitled to do whatever he wanted to with Madeline. She gave him unlimited access. It was so obvious. It's crazy the secrets that people have in their homes and children can't speak up about it, you know? Like there are children right now who are being abused in their home and no one knows. That's a horrible life to live. Shout out to all the survivors of sexual abuse, childhood abuse. Keep on going. Work on your mental health. Get counseling or therapy. Exercise, take your vitamins, especially like vitamin B12, vitamin D. Get your iron up. Exercise, stay active. Again, speak to a licensed mental health therapist, counselor, therapist. And I said it wrong last time, guys, but what has been working for me or has worked for me is EMDR. It's eye movement desensitization. Look it up, guys. Please Google it. I still can't memorize it properly, but look that up. EMDR. Okay, I'm Googling it, y'all. Okay, so EMDR stands for eye movement desensitization. That's a tough word for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I get tongue-tied. And reprocessing is a type of psychotherapy that can help people process upsetting memories and feelings related to trauma or other distressing life experiences. During EMD, this is from I don't know the website, guys. Cleveland Clinic, I believe. During EMDR, patients move their eyes in a specific pattern while talking about their memories. The repetition eye movements can be distracting or calming and can help patients tell their stories more easily. EMDR can also involve tapping on the knees using headphones or handheld buzzers. Proven effectiveness. EMDR has been shown to be effective in many studies. Faster results. EMDR can produce positive results faster than other types of mental health therapy. Less homework. EMDR requires less homework between sessions than other types of therapy. Generally considered safe. EMDR is generally considered safe. Yeah, okay. EMDR was developed in the late 1980s by psychologist Francine Shapiro, PhD. All right. So look that up, guys. EMDR. I mentioned it in my last live, but I'm always going to recommend it. And sometimes you can get through things, but then sometimes you need to revisit, you know? Things are always going to come up. Trauma is always going to come up sometimes, but it's how you deal with it when it does come up. We can't erase memories from our mind, right? But we gotta try to work on how we process those memories. But I'm gonna end this live, everyone. Thank you so much if you were in here at all. If you're watching the playback, thank you so much. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'm gonna have a video out this week. Thanks for supporting Why Are Humans Like This, a channel about abuse survivors, about surviving and perseverance. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. To the 4 in the chat, please like this video. Please like this video. Have a good one.